The chair now recognizes the gentleman from California, Mr. Cardoza, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Corzine, Governor Corzine, my grandmother, an Azorean immigrant to this country in the 1920s, who did not benefit from our fantastic education that both you and I benefited from, used to give me some great advice. She used to admonish me daily when she was still alive to always do the right thing when nobody was looking. Can you, sir, tell us today that while you've been the head of this organization, MF Global, that you always did the right thing when no one was looking? Followed my grandmother's advice.
Every effort and intent in my actions were to do the right thing.
When the wheels started coming off your company, did you set up a war room to try and deal with the financial crisis and figure out what was going on, or did you bring your folks around you in the corporate room, and how did you handle yourself at that point?
There were constant meetings, including with the board, in the last few days.
That's what I suspected. That's why I asked the question. And my next question is, there was a point in time where you got the first inkling that there was a substantial amount of money that had disappeared, been stolen. We don't know what happened to it. That's one of the things that happened. At that very second that you got the first inkling of that there was substantial loss in your corporation and that you were going to be held liable, or your company was going to have to take this tremendous hit, what was the first thing that you thought of and did? Did you call the police? Did you run to the bathroom and throw up? I mean, to me, you lose $1 billion or $2 billion, that's...
Congressman, in those late hours, and I think I said this earlier to the other question, really was disbelief, stunned disbelief that this could be the case when the many hundreds of millions was reported to be missing. And
I understand
go
that.
back and check your work, what is the first response.
I understand, but I mean, did you call and tell your CFO?
I was with the CFO.
You were. Where's the money? I mean, what was the first thing that you did? You remember?
The first thing that followed from this conversation was, let's get the people to recheck the figures, make sure that we have done everything we can to appropriately confirm what you're suggesting. It wasn't, it wasn't as if all expectations had been closed. There was still a hunt in train.
I'd have probably gone to the restroom and thrown up myself, but that's, thank you for the answer. A few years ago, when I first came to Congress, I introduced an ethics bill that said if you break the public trust as a member of Congress, as a member of the public society, as a police officer, any place that you have the public's trust, and you commit a crime in that public trust, and this came in response to my dealings with Ken Lay from Enron in California as a state legislator. I said you should do double the penalty. We passed that bill in the House. It didn't get through the Senate. But looking back on your career in government and in business, because I think this applies to business as well, when you're in a position of public trust, do you agree with me that we have a higher standard to the public? And if we don't rebuild that public trust in our governmental and business institutions, that we're going to have a very difficult time in this country to succeed in the future?
I do agree with you, Congressman, and as an elected public official, the oath of office that I have taken deeply impact how I tried to address the efforts I fulfilled when I served in those offices, and I believe that, to tell the truth, as you know it, is a responsibility of all of us. And certainly, one of those issues that I believe the public is concerned that they don't get a fair shake on today.
Thank you for your answer, and thank you for being here.